What is happening on Minnesota Vikings, man? 28 and um this yesterday was the best championship Sunday ever. I've never seen a championship Sunday better than this. Um, these two games were some of the best championship games I've ever seen. Both games went to overtime, a first in NFL history. Now I'm going to be talking about one of these games today. Well, right in this video, I'll be releasing Rams versus Saints, which is this one right here, and then Patriots versus Chiefs, which is going to come out a little bit later. So yeah, so Rams versus Saints. This game, it looked like the Saints were gonna run away. It looks like the Saints were gonna marching in to Atlanta, but that's not the case because the Rams just shut the door on those chances. So yeah, the Los Angeles Rams are going to the Super Bowl. But let's talk about how they they got there. Um, the Saints go out to a 13-0 lead. Now could have been more, but the Rams held the Saints to field goals, especially when Jared Goff threw the interception. So 13-0 at the end of the first quarter. All hope was lost. Uh, Looked like all hope was lost for the Rams, and the Saints were going to walk away with the victory, um, like they did in the earlier game this season. And the Saints, um, in the second quarter, just couldn't do anything, and that allowed Jared Goff and that Rams offense to get points on the board. 13-10 at halftime. Momentum, of course, was in the halftime was with the Rams because it looked like maybe they could come back, and it really looked like this was going to be a very good NFC Championship game, and indeed it lived up to that expectation because um, in the second half, third quarter, both teams get a touchdown. Still Saints up 3 points. And then in the fourth quarter, the controversy, the controversial no call, the pass interference, head-to-head collision, hit on defenseless receiver, whichever one you want to call it. It wasn't called. It was not called. And um, yeah, it was 20-20. With that penalty, it's a new set of downs, and the Saints could, easily would have ran out the clock and kick a game-winning field goal, a 20-something yard game-winning field goal. That's pretty easy to do. Um, Now, as a Viking fan, I know it's not. I know Blair Walsh. Maybe it's not easy for him, but for most kickers, it's easy to make a 20-something yarder to win the game. So that really hurt the Saints, but it's not all on the refs because there's still some time left. But you're up 3 points. This is a team sport. Defense, the Saints defense did not stop the Rams. The Rams went down the field, and Greg Zuerlein kicked a 47, 48 yard game tying field goal. So defense should not Saints defense should be blamed partly because they help this game to go to overtime as well. Because yeah, that's just basically what it is. And And the final thing, the Saints won the coin toss. They won the coin toss. And everyone was thinking, the Saints are going to now win this game. The Drew Brees, Kamara, Ingram, Thomas. This offense is going to lead them all the way down the field, score game-winning touchdown, and we're in Atlanta. We're going to get that Brees Brady Super Bowl, um, and that's it. So, yeah, it looked like it was going to be that way, but then the Rams' defensive line pressures that Saints' offensive line and collapses around Drew Brees, and Drew Brees throws one up. Stupid, I don't know, stupidly. I don't think he should not have thrown that. And the Rams intercepted at their own 45-yard line. Goff doesn't have to go down far that much because all they need to do is kick a game-winning field goal. They they sort of go down the field. They get the amount of yards needed to get into Zerline's range. He kicks a game-winning field goal from 57 yards, and that's the end of the game. And the Los Angeles Rams are in the Super Bowl. So yeah, let's get into some stats. And just saying, rushing was not a big factor in this game for either one of these teams. Passing, Goff, 25 for 40, 297 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 reception. Oh, yeah. How did I forget this? Johnny Hecker, punter for the Rams. That helped them get back into this game. That helped them get some points, their first points on the board, if I'm not mistaken. He had the one pass for 12 yards on 4th down. So great by the Rams and Sean McVay for calling that play. I don't know if it was also part of their special teams coach also called that play, but yeah. And talking about rushing, how it was not a factor. C.J. Anderson only got 16 carries, 44 yards, and then Gurley got 4 carries, 10 yards. Did get a touchdown, but 10 yards. Josh Reynolds even got more yards than Gurley, so yeah. And then receiving, very big factor. The only 100-yard receiver from both these games today was Brandon Cooks with 7 catches, 107. Reynolds, 4 catches, 74 yards. Everett, 2 catches, 50 yards. Woods, 6 catches, 33 yards. Saints, Drew Brees went 26 of 40, 249 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the 1 costly interception. And then, and what else? Rushing, Ingram, 9 carries, 31 yards. That was even worse than the Rams. And Alvin Kamara, 8 carries, 15 yards. Receiving, Alvin Kamara was close to 100 yards, but did not get 100 yards. 11 receptions for 96 yards. And Ted Ginn, 3 catches, 58 yards. Michael Thomas, only 4 catches, 36 yards. I mean, you got to give credit to this Rams defense. Defense wins championships. Saints, I thought they had a better defense than the Rams, but whoever played the best defense in this game, would win the game, and that proved to be true. Defense. Did we have any sacks? Did the Saints defense get any sacks? They got 1 sack, and the 1 interception. The Rams defense. See, this is where it comes through. 2 sacks. 2 sacks. Yes, 2 sacks for the Rams. So they got double the sacks. And Zerline did great on his part. So going over these scoring drives real quick. Saints get a field goal, go up 3-0. Get another field goal, go 6-0. Get a touchdown to Griffin, 13-0. And then Rams after that fake punt. Get a field goal, 13-3. And then that was in the second quarter, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, second quarter. And then Gurley goes up for a touchdown, 13-10. Third quarter, Drew Brees to Taysom Hill, the other quarterback, for a touchdown, 20-10. Um, yes, and then Goff to Higbee for a touchdown, 2017. Fourth quarter, field goal by Zerline, 2020, and then Will Lutz gets a 31-yard field goal, 23-20, and then Zerline ties it up with field goal 48-yard field goal, 23-23, and then in overtime after the Breeze interception, Zerline kicks a game-winning 57-yard field goal, 26-23 in overtime. Wow, this game had everything. It had um, great stars in this game. Good defense, a lot of drama, just what you want in a playoff game. So yeah, I have nothing else to say. But this has been Minnesota Vikings Man 28, and as always, Skull.